Hey guys, back in the video. I want to talk about something that was a topic that was brought to me, or was a topic of a conversation I was having this morning with a friend of mine on TikTok. Name is Ali Cosplay. Go follow her on TikTok, by the way. Ali Cosplay. One more time. Ali Cosplay. She's a great Astrid Haddock cosplayer. Of course, not gonna go into specifics. Her name is now Astrid freaking Haddock. That's it. But a topic for our conversation was me bringing up the freaking Winnie the Pooh horror movie. And if you didn't know, that is a freaking thing that is happening. And being that she's a fan of How to Train Your Dragon, I brought up the fact, imagine them doing a How to Train Your Dragon horror movie. Like in 10 years, if this thing does well, like another childhood trauma killer. But then also got me thinking, if they did, it would be like this. I'm gonna pull up this fan art I've found on Pinterest many times, and I always love the idea of this. This is, of course, there's Hiccup and Astrid, but here are the dragons. That's Stormfly and the Light Fury. Another one is this one. Also, this is created by, on Pinterest, at JDFly. Again, it starts off with Hiccup and Astrid just looking all cute like they all are. They are. I don't want to... But then, God, later, jackets. There's Toothless and Stormfly. This would definitely be the idea for, or at least that look would be how a How to Train Your Dragon horror movie would look, where the dragons aren't how they look in the movie. They'd be more dragon terrifying. How we saw dragons before How to Train Your Dragons 1. Because before How to Train Your Dragon, we all visualized dragons as these destructive beasts of hell. That is this. But to them, they'd still see what we know that they're seeing. Because a good idea of this is the story of How to Train Your Dragons, but told from a perspective but where How to Train Your Dragons would be, let's say, the perspective of Hiccup, Astrid, Stoic, all those people who know the truth about dragons. A horror movie aspect of How to Train Your Dragons would come from an outsider's perspective, that we're still seeing that dragons are dragons, they don't act like freaking cats and dogs. And they definitely would there would definitely be murder. There would be body counts all across the freaking map on a horror movie for How to Train Your Dragons. But then this thing starts turning and clicking, and I thought a horror movie of How to Train Your Dragons would be another good entrance to making a villain Hiccstrid story. Don't ask me details. Because, here's the thing. I don't know how it would connect, but I feel like it would connect. Because there's no doubt Hiccup would side with Toothless in this kind of a movie. He would still believe Toothless isn't a harmful creature, no matter what's happening. But to Hiccup, he'd be letting Toothless kill, like, trappers and hunters and that kind of thing. But he would try to keep Toothless from murdering the village, even though at this time they would hate him and want him dead. And Hiccup's a lot more busted up and cut and bruised and battered in this kind of movie. It's a horror movie. Astrid, introducing with her, he does take her on the romantic flight, but this is where it gets complicated. She does see, like, how it's like here, where with Hiccup, she definitely is seeing, like, the cuteness of them. Phone keeps trying to fall in my hands. Even the text bubble, if you can't read it because of the freaking glare, it says, "Oh, Hiccup, aren't they adorable?" Because I truly believe in their eyes, in their heads, they're still seeing what we know as Toothless and Stormfly. So this is, she still definitely sees Toothless as this, But her mind is seeing Toothless as what we know as Toothless. Same with Stormfly. What we'll see and what appearance-wise she still sees as that Stormfly will still act like her Stormfly. This is confusing, but I hope you're understanding it. Bear with me on this. I'm also going to try to start a series of alternate stories of Hiccstrid based on just random stuff I can come up with. There will be another villain Hiccstrid story coming out maybe tomorrow. Let me think. How else can I do this? How else can I do a horror movie? The biggest kill would definitely be Snotloud. He would die. Same with I'm also gonna include Race to the Edge and Dragon Rider. Riders of Berk characters. A character that would definitely be gruesomely murdered is Mildew and his freaking sheep. That guy was a jackass. And also, definitely a character because I believe he betrayed them. Johan, the traitor. Yeah, those Snotloud. I don't think he'd be killed. He'd definitely be bodily harmed, because this is not Dragon Emperor like Drago, but I definitely could see Hiccup not controlling, but influencing dragon behavior. If you get what I mean by that, he wouldn't be like a Drago Bloodfist or like an Alpha, but he'd lead them like a. What's a good idea to how to say this? Okay, as stupid as this is gonna sound, bear with me on this. I get little figures. We're gonna resemble this to like monster movies, okay? Here would be our Toothless. Godzilla, the Alpha, the man in charge. Hiccup, and this is gonna sound ridiculous, would be Mothra. Mothra, like Hiccup, in this idea of a villain horror movie goring villain style, would definitely be wanting to stay a protector. He'd want to stay a calming person in this story. He'd want to be the healer. He'd want to be the good, because where Godzilla causes destruction and chaos and is a villain sometimes where he causes destruction, Mothra is a protector. But like Mothra, Hiccup would be pushed to where he sometimes would have to go to violence. Like Mothra, when she has to fight, she will whoop your ass. Don't underestimate this little moth. Just like Hiccup. I'm weird. This is a weird comparison, but just, again, bear with me, please. Hiccup would be the one that tries to calm Toothless down. But there would be times where, like Toothless is normally, where he is sicked on people. Hiccup would definitely be one. Because this is my thing in this story, because it's my story. Snotlout would not be brutally bodily injured or harmed by a dragon. No. He'd be the character that Hiccup snaps on, that he goes to the dark side. Because we've seen in races that he has a freaking right hand on the guy. Or maybe he's a southpaw. I don't know what hand Hiccup used to punch. Based on... Hold on. Just get a little reference to it. Pause. Okay, this is the closest picture I could find right now. Right here is the punch. This is just to say, for me, that'd be his left hand, so he's a southpaw. In this villain horror movie, it definitely would do more than just knock 3 teeth out of him. He would definitely be near killing him, but he wouldn't kill him. He'd definitely more maim him to where he inflicted as much pain that was caused to him. Also, this is going to sound weird, but I wouldn't give him Inferno. As weird as that sounds, because that is an awesome weapon, and it's a signature weapon of Hiccup. I might give it to him later down the line, but I could also see him using like daggers, like no, there was Psy. I was gonna say like Electra, but she doesn't use Psy. She doesn't use dagger. She uses knife. Kind of like okay, so I'll say like kind of like Scorpion's weapon, or his projectile, which he throws at you from his hand. It'd be like those kind of weapons where it'd actually be chains around his arm. Asher, of course, would have her axe, but this time it would be made. It would be laced with deadly natter spines and scales, make it even harder and more indestructible. Astrid, I'll always say this. If I do a lot of villain Hiccstrid stuff, you'll always hear me say this phrase. Hickett would be the intelligence and the plans, and Astrid would be the heavy hitter, the muscle, and the destruction behind it. He would plan out moves. Astrid would attack. I'm trying to see if I have a good representation of this, but I do not. Oh, wait, I got it. Hold on. Again, for like a quote visual thing, here would be like a villain hiccup thing as DC, since I don't have that many. I really don't have that many villain Marvel characters. Again, hold on. I just thought the perfect character for like a villain hiccup. It was going to be the Batman who laughs, or as Panda Red calls it, the marsupial boy who does the laugh, the chuckling. But no, this character is perfect to see like a villain hiccup. There you are. Okay. Here would definitely be like a villain, Asher. This kind of character. Peacemaker. This kind of crazy, destruction-loving madman would definitely be like an Astrid. And maybe also... who else? Like a Hulk, maybe, or Drax. Something like that. But yeah, I saw him, and this is the first one I could think of. But then, I was going to say that, again, Batman Who Laughs. But then I remembered I owned this guy. And this is almost like a perfect idea for Hiccup. Taskmaster. A character that knows every hero, that can mimic and predict every every superhero's fighting style. That'd be perfect for Hiccup. Now add the spines, like I said, not the suit, maybe the helmet. Like I could see Hiccup as a villain using, not of course metallic, but more dragon scaled metallic or iron. Or leather version. But I could see him like using the skull thing. That'd be cool. We put the arms, like the chains I talked about, like Scorpions, weapons around his wrist and stuff like that. Again, this is what we're talking about for a while. This was supposed to be a freaking horror movie, How to Train Your Dragons talk, and it turned into this. This is also why Ali said I would be good at working for DreamWorks, because I could think of all this stuff. I don't think they would want me to think of all this stuff for their child Henry. The only idea I would think to fix to work at DreamWorks that they'd probably hire me for is any idea I could have that would fix the 9 realms. And I don't even want to call it a spin-off, because it's not a spin-off if you don't reference actual characters that the spin-off is based on. 9 realms is a whole different that I'll talk about. So yeah, I'll just cut it off there. That's as best I can say. We see the dragons through 2 perspectives: the riders, and then us. We could say we see the dragons as these monsters, these beasts from Hades that are here to destroy and kill and maim, while they still see these cuddly, adorable creatures that act like a frickin' puppy. While simultaneously, Hiccup becomes like this. Wow. I forgot I had him. Whatever, I'll do it in the next video. While and this is definitely one possibility, becomes like a peacemaker character. Of course, not the name. Another good example, and as it said, here would be Toothless, and here would be a Hiccup idea. Hope you enjoyed this video. There will definitely be more of these Hiccstrid universes to come. And some of these I definitely will be getting ideas from fan fictions I've read, but I'm getting the ideas out there. Later, guys.